Hi guys, how are you doing? Welcome to today's pick a card reading, and it is Spirit Guide Messages. So I hope you're all doing great. Welcome to anyone new, welcome to back to anyone returning. My name's Kat. I hope you enjoyed today's reading. If you'd like a private reading with me, you can check the description box below. Remember today's reading is general and intuitive, so take whatever resonates and leave what doesn't. And yeah, so let's get on with today's reading, and it is Spirit Guide Messages. By this I mean any messages from your Spirit Guides regarding your week or your time at the moment, or regarding a specific burning question or issue that's going on in your life. And it really is just giving information about that, like how to make things better, how to improve situations, etc. So here we go. Hi Group 1, how are you doing? So Spirit Guide Messages for Group 1, 3 of Wands, 2 of Cups, Strength, the Fountain, and Do What You Love. So this is a direct advisory. Do what you love. So if you're asking about something, this may be the answer. Just do what you love. Do what lights you up. Do what fires you up. Do what you really feel passionate about. And I couldn't agree with this more. You know, through everything that I've ever learned, all the things in my own life, the thousands of readings I've done, there are many, many different ways to approach problems, if evolution, maturity, enlightenment. I'm not saying I know all of it by any means. I don't necessarily even know any of it. But from everything I've ever read and everything I've ever seen in the cards, this is probably the simplest way to achieve a huge amount of growth. Even if it's not necessarily, forget enlightenment. I wish I hadn't said that, because it kind of implies I know what it is or how to get there. But you know what I'm saying? In terms of like that growth and that feeling like you've matured or achieved or whatever. And this is what they're wanting to tell you is like, do what you love. Now there are many ways to look at this, and it doesn't mean just like laying in front of the TV watching Netflix all day. Not that type of love, but what fires you up, what do you feel passionate about in life? This is the way to your North Star, as Martha Beck might say. You know, like, this is your North Star. What you love is this is your sort of beacon that guides you on the right path. So this is what they're saying. Yeah, the fountain is next to it. They're saying, yeah, look at the fountain. The fountain is higher awareness, isnness, stillness, beingness. And what they're trying to say here is that, you know, regarding your life, regarding the problem you've got, regarding the situation you've got, whether it's relationship, whether you're really thinking about relationships, career, whatever, doesn't matter. Do what you love. It can be a salve, you know, like a balm if you're hurting or if you've got a problem. It can be an inspiration if you've got to do a job you don't like at the moment, you know, to aim for something better. It could be a motivation. It can give meaning to your life. So the point is, do what you love and listen to that higher energy within you. That stillness, that isness, that excitement, but not the kind of makes you feel crazy excitement or the thrill excitement in that regard, which is often more egoic, but like that slow and steady burn excitement, you know, that deeper feeling of excitement, because this is your purpose coming through. And that's what it's all about, right? Always. But, you know, they're saying here now, that's what it's about. So the thing is, with the 3 of Wands, you maybe don't feel like you've got your opportunity yet. Could be in love, because we've got the 2 of Cups. You haven't maybe found, though, the right person to gel with yet. It could be a relationship, but it could be you haven't found the right colleague or the right project or the right situation. You haven't found that like soulmate situation yet. Or if you have, it's something relatively new, and they're saying like, this is the opportunity you've been waiting for. But I don't feel like you know, I don't mean that you can't achieve without a romantic connection. What I'm saying here is they're trying to say to you that having a deep and honest connection with the people involved in your life is what's going to help to project you forwards and give you that authenticity. It's trying to be as genuine. I mean, we don't necessarily like the word authenticity. It's a bit annoying because it's kind of a bit vague and can seem a bit woo-woo. Genuine. Be genuine in what you want, what you love, what you're doing, and you can't go far wrong. They're saying, you know, you need to be strong, brave, and this doesn't mean, oh, something bad's coming up, be strong, be brave. No, I don't mean it like that. What they're saying is be honest, Because actually being honest about who you are, what you are, and what you want to do is actually quite challenging. It can actually make us feel quite vulnerable. So do what you love. Listen to your higher energy. Be brave. That's the key for this week. Hope this makes sense. Loads of love. See you next week on a private reading. In the meantime, see you guys. Hello, group 2. How are you doing? So, spirit guide messages. I nearly said his or her current thoughts. No. Spirit guide messages. 8 of Swords, Ace of Cups, Justice, Knight of Swords, change tracks. Yeah, okay. So, for some of you, the change tracks is reassurance that you're doing the right thing by changing tracks. For some of you, it's an invitation to change tracks. There's some anxiety, there's fear about taking some sort of action. We've got 8 of Swords and then Knight of Swords. So I see you taking some sort of action, but you're concerned about whether it's the right action, and they're saying change tracks. So if this action is to change tracks, you know, most likely, for most of you, 80-90% of you, this is the right thing to do. Listen to your intuition, listen to your common sense. Okay, remember this is a general tarot reading, so it's probably not a good idea to pin your life on it, but it can be a good indicator of how you feel about it as well. Because if you've been thinking, should I change tracks or not? And you hear me say change tracks and you think, yes, brilliant, that's what I want to do. Well, you already knew it. It just gave you that little nudge. If you really think it's a bad idea and you hear it, it gives you that doom feeling, no, don't do it. Okay? Doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. Maybe it just, you need some more time. Okay? But, you know, use your common sense and intuition as well. But I feel like for the majority of you, you are being nudged. Really, the fears that you have about changing tracks are just your own worries. You're just thinking, oh, am I making the right decision? Have I done the right thing? There are some fears as well. Knight of Swords can be like, act now, think later. There's definitely no need to be impulsive. Right, so there is some suggestion that you could act too quickly. You could be too impulsive. You could be too reactive. I do think you need to change tracks, but you don't have to do it all before the end of the week. You know, take your time. There's definitely a need for balance, to follow the rules, to do it systematically. Don't try and cut corners. Don't try and cheat the system. Justice says, if you try and cheat the system this week, it'll bite you in the backside. So don't. You know, take your time, follow the rules, do it correctly. Don't rush in, but still change tracks. The reality is that the changing tracks is going to bring you the new emotional beginning, new love, new hope, new joy, new possibilities. It's all there for you. Don't let your own fears stand in your way. Hope this makes sense. Loads of love, guys. I'll see you on the next reading, on a private reading. In the meantime, see you soon. Whoops. Hi, group 3. How you doing? So, I nearly said his or her current thoughts again. What's going on with me? Right, okay, so spirit guide messages for this week. King of Coins, Ace of Coins, Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Swords, ask with sincerity. Okay, so guys, this is a real mixed bag. So their advice to you is that the worst is over, but you are feeling kind of upset or heartbroken, or you have some issue about something. Because Ten of Swords is the worst feeling card in the deck. It feels like you've been stabbed in the back, or you've been betrayed, or you feel like a victim in some way. You feel like there's a problem. You may be a victim. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I mean, we're all victims at times. You know, like if someone steals something from you, it's not your fault. You know, but there's a difference between being a victim and feeling a victim and holding on to that feeling. And the reason I'm saying that is that the ask with sincerity is saying you're not really being honest with yourself about something, or for some of you, it could be you're being a victim, but actually you're the perpetrator. So like, oh, poor me, no one likes me, but actually you're being horrible to everyone. I'm clearly making an example that's not really quite true. But you know, I'm just trying to make an obvious example. I mean, it's a classic one, isn't it? We're in a bad mood, we're horrible to everyone, and then someone says something to us, we go off our head and get mad, and, you know, and really it was us, you know, and we've all been there, we've all done that. So it's like being reflective. Ask with sincerity is saying, where are you not really being honest with yourself? Where are you? And so that's for some of you, it's like, you know, you're maybe not the victim so much as you think you are. For some of you, though, what they're saying is that you've asked for something, they've shown you the answer, but you don't like what you've seen. So like, you know, you ask, is this person right for me? You find out that they've cheated 8 times, but then you say, is this person right for me? You know, it's like you don't want to hear the answer. So if you ask the universe to show you what's right for you, and they show you and you don't like it and you ignore it, that would be why this card is here. All right, if you're ignoring it. So that's what this part is about. What they're saying is things can turn around for you if you accept the situation. Things can turn around for you. Things can go for the better for you if you accept the loss, if you accept the reality of a situation. I feel like with the King of Coins and the Ace of Coins, this is a bit of a weird spread of cards. With the King of Coins and the Ace of Coins on this side, and then you've got the Wheel of Fortune, and then you've got the Ten of Swords and the Ask with Sincerity on the other side. It's kind of weird because this is saying like everything's good, you're in a good position, there's a lot of abundance, there's a lot of new starts. However, then there's this loss and this like, are you being genuine? So what I would say is that if you've been having a really bad time, things can turn for the better for you. But if you are being not being genuine about something in your life, this could, and you're not being fair or you're not being honest, this could cause the wheel to turn in the other direction. You know, that's how it feels to me, because it's like this is a lack of sincerity or a lack of facing the truth, and it comes with a great loss, right? It might be that you were blinded for a while. Consequently, you've encountered a big loss. The Wheel of Fortune will turn luck in the other direction for you, and things will start to go better for you. However, it might be that you've been riding high in a dream world, taking what you can and having a great time. And this is going to, if it's not genuine, if you're not putting back what you're receiving, what you could find is the wheel will turn and you will have a loss because of your lack of sincerity or your lack of honesty in a situation. So group 3, I know it's a little bit strange. It's because it's really talking to 2 different groups of people. We've got the group of people who have started here and they're in a great position, but they've maybe not been totally genuine. If so, watch out, because if you don't start to be more genuine, this is going to end up with loss. And that just makes sense, right? But if you've had a really bad time, you maybe need to be honest with yourself about where you made contributions to that, where you were kind of ignoring the signs or whatever it is. But if you kind of are honest about it, the reality is the worst is over for you, and that things can turn and you can start anew and have the abundance and the joy. And maybe for some of you, this is about a partner situation, and it might be the male partner you've been looking for or the partner you've been looking for. So I know group 3, this is a little bit of a mixed bag, but hopefully you know which category you fall into. You're going here to this way or here to this way. But those are your spirit guide messages. So I hope this makes sense, guys. Loads of love. See you on the next reading, on a private reading. In the meantime, bye.